Hi, I'm Cassie, and you're watching TIGR Reviews on the Indie Game Report. Today we are taking a look at a game set which is currently on Kickstarter called Monster Dice by Brian Edwards. In Monster Dice, you get dice which look like monsters, and you also get cards that have candy on them. Between these two components, you are able to play a handful of different kinds of games, but we're going to take a look at just two games today. We're going to look at Candy Grab and Sugar Rush. After we take a look at these two games, I'm going to tell you what I think of the game set. So let's go take a look at Monster Dice. Monster Dice is a game set which has many games in it to play, but I'm sharing two of those games with you today: Candy Grab and Sugar Rush. The games are set to play 2 to 4 players, but this copy I received was meant only for 2 players. Each game uses the same pieces of the game, but uses them differently. In Candy Grab, each player takes a turn rolling their monster dice and attempts to roll the monsters face up. Each face up monster rolled equals the number of candy cards the player takes. If the player wants to, she can press her luck and roll the dice again, adding her successful monster rolls to her first roll to increase the number of candy cards she draws. She can continue to press her luck and roll as many times as she wants, but if she rolls the dice and rolls no face-up monsters, she earns no candy cards at all for that whole turn and passes her turn. The player with the most candy cards wins Candy Grab. The second game of Monster Dice which I'm sharing with you is Sugar Rush. This is a dexterity game in which players are rolling their monster dice at the same time, trying to roll all 4 dice to be face up. As the dice are rolled, any face-up monsters rolled are placed onto the current candy card in one of the spaces. The remaining dice are re-rolled until they too are successfully rolled face-up. Whichever player is the first to fill their side with face-up monsters takes the candy card. The first player to 4 candy cards wins Sugar Rush. And that was Candy Grab and Sugar Rush, 2 of the games you can play with Monster Dice. Monster Dice is a game set which is very easy to learn, very easy to play. All of the games are equally accessible and all of them are family friendly. I do think some of them are more family friendly than others. For example, I think that Sugar Rush is more family friendly than Candy Grab, only because of the way that children tend to behave with games like Candy Grab. If you're playing this game and you can see your opponent is collecting a lot more cards than you, at some point you just know that you're not going to win the game. And with children, depending on their age, with a game like this, they might throw a temper tantrum, they might get a little upset or lose interest or just want to stop playing the game. And it can be understandable, but because of this, I only say some of the games are not as family friendly as others, but that doesn't mean it's not family friendly. It still is, it's just you gotta know how your children are going to behave with a game that's going to maybe not go in their favor. All of the games that are part of Monster Dice are luck-based, so in that aspect, again, it is family-friendly. But if you were looking for a game set that was focused on strategy, this is not going to be one of those games. A lot of the games that are part of this game set are focused on what results you get from your dice, how you can flick your dice, if you're good at pulling cards in between dice, and all of these things are really just based on luck, or some of it is on dexterity, of course, but again, with dexterity, sometimes that can be a little luck-based as well. So if you were looking for a game set that was really focused on strategy and planning ahead, this is not the game set for you. But if you do like dexterity games and you like luck-based games where you can just play it with whoever and the chances are they're going to enjoy themselves, this is going to be the game set for you. The art of the cards is very cute, and I really enjoy looking at all the different kinds of candy on the cards. And the monsters on the dice are very cool, and they're carved and just designed very easily to play with. And when they roll, they seem to roll pretty regularly, so I find the dice to be pretty balanced. The only thing with the dice though is when you're rolling them, some of the games, you need to know where the faces are of the monsters, and sometimes it's really hard to see the face and differentiate between the other sides of the die. So I think I'm going to mark the eyes on some of my dice so I can see the faces easier, but that's really my only complaint about the dice themselves. I believe the box is going to be a magnetic clasp, close lid kind of box, and the box was not ready by the time I received my prototype, so I just carry my game around in this box. It's a little card caddy and it can hold all of the dice and all of the cards, but the final box is going to have the artwork, I believe, that is on the back of some of these cards, and these are really cute little animals, so I think that the artwork is going to look really great on the box. Monster Dice is currently on Kickstarter, and if you go and take a look at it, you can also take a look at some of these cool glow-in-the-dark limited edition Monster Dice that I received. They glow super great and they're really fun to play with, and if you're looking for something to play in the evenings that is monster spooky related, the glow-in-the-dark dice are really fun to play with. If you want to learn more about Monster Dice, you can check out all of the links down below, including the Kickstarter link. And if you liked this video, please feel free to leave a comment or subscribe, and you can find us on our website at theindygamereport.com. Thanks for watching TIGR Reviews Monster Dice by Brian Edwards. I'll see you next time.